Hey guys, we've got 6 days to get this car ready for red centre nats. Welcome to Carnage. Ma'am, my wife's going to divorce me. Hey guys, and welcome to the last episode of our MX5 build, where we take a stupidly powerful twin turbo LS1 and stick it in a hairdresser's car. Why? Because we can. Well, real reason is we're going to take this thing to red centre nats, and those guys tell us they'll give us a permit to drive anything on the street. So we thought we'd test that theory by building something really insane. So the idea is to take it up there and go cruising on the street, drag racing, maybe even some skids as well, and just generally run amok up there and have a blast. So we've got 6 days left to go. We've brought in Al from Wizard Auto Hoses to do the brake lines, the main fuel line, and also the power steering as well. And I've also enlisted the help of Ian Kelly, brought him up for a few days from Sydney. He's behind me, isn't he? There he is. So, Ian, you ready for some pain?
Yeah, let's get it done.
We need to get shit done. We've got 6 days to go, so basically finish this thing off, road trip to Alice Springs, and then drive the shit out of it. Let's get it done. Can never be too safe. Okay, so I went out to Powerhouse this morning, picked up our new tail shaft, but while I was out there, I got the boys to shave 8mm off the back of the water pump, just so that accounts for the 8mm of our engine plate in there. But in the meantime, we've also sealed up the 2 ports on the end and moved the water neck across, because our belt is going to run straight through that area there. So we'll get this on, get our engine plate back in place, and this should be the last time the water pump goes on. Love it when we get presents. Just got a box from Plasma Man. Check it out. That is just awesomeness.
So now
Cool.
we need to get the water pump on, engine plate back on, and then we can put those bad boys on with the matching intake manifold.
Yeah. All right, that's enough wiring parts. We need more. That's enough. That's enough admiring parts. We need to do more things. That was shit. That's enough admiring parts. We have lots more to do.
What have you been up to, Scotty?
Working on this fuel system. So filter to 044 to 044 into the surge pot, which has got 2 Walbros in it. Comes out these 2 lines here. Then I'm going to stick this filter up here somewhere. So we're going to go into our regulator there, out the other side. There's our return to our surge pot, and then there's an overflow from the surge pot which goes back to the tank, which fills this space here. Get front tyres mounted. Done, you did that. Thank you. Build radiator. Done. Thank you, Norman Vicky. Sensors and wiring on engine. Well, some of it's done. Turbo pipes. All right.
So, can you see this gap or not?
No, I can't see nothing.
Well, we've got to roll it forwards a little bit. Yeah, there.
Hey, it's 20 to 1 in the morning, and we're setting up our second turbo, and everyone's exhausted. If we had reverse rotation on this side, it would make things easier to make it symmetrical, but because they both scroll off that way, it just makes it a little bit harder. But it's going to look amazing. I've got to make sure I remember which line goes where. Alright, well that's on. Filter's on. I just got to tighten that hose there, but other than that and the turbo drain backs, that's the oil system. So here's a little tip for those playing at home. If you're going to bolt on one of these Plasma Man intakes, bolt it on bare and then put all the stuff on it. Now if you assemble it on the bench like we did with the injectors and the fuel rails and all that stuff, then you're going to have trouble getting the little bolts in. Unless you use a magnetic pole like this and just poke them in from the top, which makes life so much easier. And it's done. Wow. I wish I had learnt that 9 bolts ago. For the first and hopefully last time, manifold's on, bolted down, injectors are in, injectors are wired up. Oh yes, our transmission cooler. Thought we had this all sorted last night, then I test fitted the bumper bar and it looks terrible. Looks like poo, to be honest. So I'm going to discuss our options tomorrow with Adam and see what we can come up with. Hey guys, so Luke's brought our diff center back to us, which I tried, you might have seen I put a mini spool in this last episode, and then I tried to put a pinion yoke on it and it failed badly because the bearings are all rooted, but the problem's a bit deeper than that, aren't they, mate?
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah, so what happened?
The reason why you're having the trouble you did is basically because the pilot bearing hardening off the pinion shaft actually started to fail, which is caused you this here.
Yeah.
And we're talking genuine 4 years, so obviously, yeah, they've been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much time to bin them and start fresh.
This is the one I put the mini spool in?
This is correct.
Okay.
So to save your troubles and all the headaches, we end up upgrading for free. We did a full spool.
Oh, no way.
So yeah. So you currently have a full spool, 325s, all set up, ready to go.
Wow. That's awesome, dude.
Obviously a bit of weight reduction as well as strength.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick. What I'm doing right now is actually cleaning out these axle tubes, which are a bit filthy inside. Just gonna get in there. Oh yeah, just in there. Oh, that's the spot right there. And we're done. Well, that makes me much happier. Whew. Getting there. I have a tail shaft. Maybe like that. Woo! It's a tail shaft. A mighty fine tail shaft it is too. Oh, we'll turn this camera off. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. We on Bombaway. This is really uncomfortable. We'll go find a funnel, I think. That's some nice dish right there.
All the artist dance kids are. Oh, don't.
I can fit my head in this dish. Hello, can you hear me over there? That's a lot of echo in there. The dish is so deep I can fit my whole head in it. Oh Alright, so what we're going to do here is just hold the diff so we can undo the coilovers. Then we're going to drop these 2 bolts so allow the diff to come down enough that we can get our wheels on the side. Unfortunately, that's just the fact of life with this car because our guards come down over the tyres so much. Cool, that's nice and whiffy.
That's how you fit radiator hoses to an LS1 MX5.
Valvoline's finest. We cut a rib off the belt. Now it's a 5 rib belt and not a 6 rib belt. Hopefully it stays on there. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Tuesday morning. Originally we were going to leave Tuesday, so this is the date that we were always planning to leave, but it's not leaving today. We'll be leaving tomorrow, as in Wednesday. Didn't really expect it to fire up first time, but would have been nice.
So we had coils going the wrong cylinder?
We had injectors swapped over, so from side to side. It's one of those things that didn't really come with instructions. Why don't we put it on charge overnight? We'll come back to it tomorrow. Much happiness! That's it, first time we've heard it start. Man.
Yeah, man.
It starts! What's in the box? Whoa, pretty.
That belt is right.
The belt just snapped. So that's not too bad. It's only, what, 9 pounds boost?
That was only 39% throttle, 11 degrees timing, up to 5200 at 9 pounder boost.
Wow. What's the plan now?
We'll start putting some boost into it. I like running things a little bit fatter, especially when we're going 24 hours away.
Yeah.
So we've got 11.0 air fuels.
and so which is a little bit on the rich side. Yeah, well, I like to run them at around 11.6 to 11.8, normally anything boosted, kind of, if we're running lean 12.0s. It's only got 11 degrees of timing in it at that, so it's nothing, but I want to keep the timing where it is so we can start creeping up in the boost and still have a high and low boost setting.
Wow.
Because with the standard Delphi ECU that we're tuning, we don't actually have the option of, we go up to 14 pound of boost, we don't have the option of running all different degrees of timing. Like a Haltech where at 30 pound we can run a certain amount of timing versus 14 pound we can run a certain amount of timing. So we'll keep the timing conservative so it suits high boost, but we'll have 3 different boost settings on it. Probably more power than we want to see at the moment. You can see the boost just creeping up. So what we want to do is be able to bring that up to a level line and keep it flat. So we'll find out what's going on.
Okay, so we're having some boost creep issues, or that's what we suspect. So we're just taking the wastegates off right now to see if that is actually the problem.
We've definitely got boost creep, figuring out why.
Yeah, well, this is true. So, solution is bigger wastegates if we've got time to do that in the morning. If not, well, we'll just take it up as his and race it no wastegates, just drive it around the streets, cruising nicely.
Basically.
Basically what we're using is a product called Halo Effects. It is completely peelable. What we're using on this car is satin black. We've got a little bit of damage to hide, so we're just going for the satin black. Give it a bit of a mean gangster look. Because these tyres are a little bit larger, you might have to pull the rear bar off to actually get them on. You're gonna have to do some trimming.
Swazzle time. Luckily, it's very soft metal.
Thinking just coming down there and just there.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Taylor says we need to operate. These tyres are just a little bit bigger and they just don't fit quite as nice in the wheel openings, but I've kind of got a bit angry with the angle grinder and made a bit of a boo-boo there, but I'll clean that up. Perfecto! So it's like 11 o'clock Wednesday night. We were planning originally to leave Tuesday morning. We're still here at MPW, and because obviously we're pretty time poor at the moment, we're trying to get this thing on the trailer. We were going to ditch the bonnet idea, but I just rang up and found out that we actually do need a bonnet, or need to show that we made an effort to do a bonnet. So we're going to have to gut this factory bonnet here. There is not going to be much left of it because pretty much anything in this middle area has got to go. So yeah, we're going to gut ourselves a bonnet. Dr. Scotty's in the house. There's our bonnet. Get the crap out of it.
Not much left.
There is not much left. Let's put her on the car. is 1:30 in the morning.
1:30. It's only an hour and a half after Adam was planning to leave. 48 hours after we were planning to leave. Here we go.
Here we go.
Now all we have to do is drive it on.
Drive it on, strap it down.
Strap it in, get some fuel, and you can go to sleep.
Yep. Unicorn juice.
Oh, now I get it. That's the Murray and this is the bridge.
Hey guys, so it's a 24-hour drive from Melbourne to Alice Springs, all right? 24 hours. We left, what, 3:30 in the morning, thereabouts. We're heading north now, directly north from Port Augusta up to Alice Springs. So it's a long way. Hey guys, so we've just crossed the border into the Northern Territory. So only a few hours now left to Alice Springs. And here's some damage last night. Suicidal Skippy decided he wanted to join us inside the car, but he didn't make it. Of course, MX5.7 almost ready for its debut. We've got to finish painting the wheels and putting some seat belts on, a couple other things. There's still a little bit to do. As I said, we're in the Northern Territory. There's the big sign just over there. And we've just got a few hours left to Alice Springs. Let's hit the road. We've got to go scrutineering first, and to do that I've got to finish bolting the seat belts in, probably do some bonnet pins, I'm not sure. Look, we could probably get away without the bonnet pins, but we need them. Go through scrutineering, hopefully they pass the car, and then we go to City Cruise, do that, and then from there it's, you know, whatever we can do. Maybe do the Motorcana. Apparently there's a tarmac Motorcana, might give that a crack. See if we can get it on the drag strip, have some fun.
Oh, so sweet, just like a sugary tree. I like that. Yeah, boy, that's where it's at.
We're here. Red Centre Nats, bring it on. Well, that was trouble-free.
What, we're done?
Well, they're going to do the paperwork now for the permit, and I think then we'll be done.
What's that? I can't believe we're getting away with this.
I'd have to say that this is the most pushed envelope,
Yeah,
but we've pushed it and we're here,
yeah.
and it's met our standards. Let's get you stickered and let's get you out of here.
Armband.
Armbands, lanyards.
Cool. All right.
Perfect.
They just said that we are worse than Mad Sam. Mad Sam was last year's limit, and now we've set a new standard for what's acceptable.
Is that for the car or for Scotty
For
in the car?
Car and Scotty.
Oh, made it.
Let's just pop the radiator hose on.
Yeah, she came off with a bang. I heard it across the park.
All right, ring Telf time. We'll give him the bad news. Hey mate, just bad news. Just blew the radiator hose off in front of Blabberskite Park. All right, thanks dude. Cars, what are you gonna do? We got here, but we didn't quite make it to the cruise, which is what it's all about. If we can get it fixed soon enough, maybe we can join the tail end of the cruise. I don't know. We'll see.
Self to the rescue.
It unpacks the trailer, it packs the trailer, it unpacks the trailer.
So it looks like we've fixed it temporarily. All right, let's do it. This is awesome. There is literally thousands of people lining the streets. All the pain and heartache in the last couple of weeks, all that lost sleep. This is worth it. And I haven't even got to the drag strip yet. That is the end of the parade. So it has been a massive couple of weeks to get this car ready for Alice Springs and Red Centre Nats. I mean, what a massive effort it's been, and that's what it was all about, doing the street cruise, right? We wanted to build something that was absolutely batshit insane and get out there on the streets and cruise in front of thousands of people, and we did that, and it was amazing. And we almost missed it, that's the thing, we blew that radiator hose off and almost missed the street cruise, but we got it there, we got it in, and it's done, job done. So next what are we gonna do? Either drag race it or take it down the burnouts, or, you know, motor carna. There's so much we can do. So I'm gonna go have some sleep, wake up in the morning, and then we'll attack the next part of Alice Springs Red Centre Nats. So we're just gonna head down and see if they'll let us put it through the motor carna. So we gave it a crack around the motor carna and it did all right, you know, it ran a 2109. They tell me the fastest guy's in the 19s, so considering this is, you know, not really a car that's built for that, I reckon that's all right, you know. We copped a lot of flack for taking MX5, something that can go around corners, and turning it into this burnout slash drag car, but I don't think we've ruined the handling at all. This thing turns and goes around corners just fine.
Hey, Scotty!
So we ticked another box, we're doing the Macca's run, but no one's here. So what we're doing right now is putting the tail shaft loop in. And of course, you know, because the tail shaft's in place, we have to put it in two pieces. And of course, the top half doesn't want to play. That's all right, we'll get it sorted. The function of the tail shaft loop, for those playing at home, is that in the event of a universal breakage or a yoke breakage, it stops the tail shaft from colliding with the ground, and if the front half of the tail shaft hits the ground, they have a tendency to dig in, and at that point the car becomes a missile. It jacks the car up in the rear and basically flips it over, and people have died. As I said before to the boys, Scotty is a big fan of not dying and talking about himself in the third person. Hey guys, so it's Sunday morning and we're heading out to the track to make our first passes at the drag strip. We'll see how this thing finally goes, but what a beautiful day. It's just so surreal to be driving a car like this to the drag strip, and I mean, look at that view, it's just beautiful. What we're doing is we're taking the wastegates off this morning. We know it makes 10 pounds without the wastegates because we've got a bit of a wastegate creep issue. As Adam says, the gas is lazy. These turbos make so much snot that it just powers past it. It takes the path of least resistance, which is straight out the exhaust, rather than trying to go out here. So we're going to put bigger gates on it when we get home, but we'll take the gates off. It'll make 10 pounds. We'll do a soft pass like that, and then we'll look at the data and see if we put the gates on later today, because we know it makes a lot of boost with the gates on. Done 3 passes so far, so it's gone 11.7, 11.4, 11.3, and at 135 mile on the last pass, so it's hooking, but we're not getting any boost on the line because we can't hold it against the brake. All right, so as soon as we get it up, it just pushes through the beams. So I've got the trans brake wiring here. I haven't got time to wire it in because we only got 3 hours of racing today, and it'll take me an hour to get this thing into this bloody shifter. So what I'm going to do is just twist the wires together, tape it up, hold the button off the shifter, and just bang, and then release, drop and release, and then into it.
Send it.
Send it.
What are you doing, Scotty?
We're bolting wastegates on because I want some boost. All the boost. Look, that time I had the trans brake. I got a better 60-foot, the best 60-foot we've had today, but it's still 2.7 pounds off the line was the most I could get. So we need more boost, more early. Still there. It's the pulley's fucked. Look at the pulley, man. It's just destroyed it. So it felt really strong up at 15 pounds, and then Adam said if you see 16, get off it. And I'm like, something flashed up over boost. I stepped off and I went, oh, okay. No, I should get on it because obviously it was already set. So would have been a 10. 11.1.
You happy, man?
I would have liked the 10.
It's been a good Father's Day?
Would have liked the 10. Where can we get a pulley on a Sunday? So it's been a massive weekend here at Redson and Nats in Alice Springs, but we've achieved pretty much everything we set out to do. I mean, 2 weeks ago, this car was basically a rolling shell, but with the help of some very talented people, we've managed to pull this off. Big long drive through like a 24-hour drive just to get here. But we've got it here, and we've done Motorcana, and we've driven around the streets of Alice Springs, cruising around, and then we've taken the drag strip and we've run 135 mile an hour through the traps. 11.1, we reckon there's a lot more in this yet. But anyway, we can get this going a lot quicker. We're gonna loosen up the converter, we're gonna put some bigger wastegates on it, and then see how things go from there. We're gonna get this into the single digits, but that's for a future episode, so check us out next time.